Hey, what's going on, guys? Just got home from work, and with trapping season right around the corner, started boiling some traps. You can see here behind me. But hey, I just started trapping last year, so I'm definitely not a professional trapper by any means, but I had lots of buddies and friends asking me, you know, what am I using, what kind of sets am I making, what kind of traps am I using, and how am I catching so many coyotes? I think I caught 11 coyotes last year, and I was only running 4 sets. I only had 4 leg traps. And the main reason I started trapping is I thought it was really cool that you could take a smart animal like a coyote that can walk anywhere it wants to and get them to step in a area on the ground 2 inches in diameter. So I thought that was neat. You know, outsmarting animals is why I whitetail hunt, and love to do that is outsmarting deer. So I kind of started trapping a little bit last year. I bought all the necessities, but I didn't have any extras or perks to make the job easier. And this year I kind of went all out. I wouldn't call myself a professional by any means. I think I have 16 or 17 traps now, but I have all the tools you need. So I just wanted to show you guys my setup and kind of what my plans are going into this fall. And hopefully I'm going to bring you a bunch of trapping videos and show you some trail cam videos of some catches. So we'll see how it goes, but mainly going to be targeting coyotes, and then we get 1 bobcat here in Iowa, so I'm trying to get my cat and then catch as many coyotes as I can. So now I'll kind of go through my setup and what I'm using to catch them. So I actually switched ground stakes this year, switched over to these. I think they're a Fox Valley or Fox something, but they're a cast drive anchor, and then it's got chain to the trap. The anchors I was using last year were just cable, but I put in an order with Minnesota Trapline Products. They sent me a Bridger trap for free with the order, so that was sweet. But the majority of the traps I'm going to be running this year are the MB 550s, so they're a good sized trap. I like the way they're pretty much set up from purchase. You don't have to modify them at all. And then I bought some copper trap tags off of Amazon that were personalized, because here in Iowa you have to have first and last name on all of your traps, so it's kind of a pain to make your own stamp in every letter. So I just bought those. They were pretty cheap. I think they were like 10 bucks for 50 of them or something. And then I've got the 1/8 inch just quick links to connect my chain to my trap. You can see here, and that's how I'm going to try and run all my traps this season. I still have a bunch of Duke traps from last year I showed you earlier, and then the rest of them are going to be all the MB 550s and then the 1 Bridger. So this is kind of the setup that I use. It's a 5-gallon bucket, and I can't remember where I got this organizer, but I think it's like a Husky organizer. Might be for like cleaning or something, I can't remember, but it's kind of nice. Holds all your scents, lures, baits. And here's that oil I was talking about, totally odorless oil. I use that for my pans just to keep them freed up. But holds all your urines, baits, lures. And I've got the metal sifter. And then I bought this auger, and it's actually for planting bulbs in the garden. I used it all of last year. Thing works pretty slick. I think it was only like $3. And then of course you got your shovel if you want to make any little bit larger dirt holes or whatnot. And last year I just used the shovel to dig all my trap beds, and I used the auger to free them up if they were frozen. But this year I bought this, I think it's a Freedom brand FB. It's basically a trapping hammer. So it's got the trencher tool on the back. You can dig out your trap beds, and then the hammer to drive your trap stakes. And then this is the driver that I got. It's pretty flimsy, but it actually didn't bend at all last year while I was using it, so I'm gonna try it again this year. And as we get into season, I'll show you some of the stuff, the baits and stuff I bought, and then the urines, obviously. But I bought everything this year from just in one big order from Minnesota Trapline Products. So that's basically my setup. It's all stored in a nice 5-gallon bucket. So I keep all my gear in this bucket, and then I keep all my traps just in a separate 5-gallon bucket after I get them all boiled and descented and everything. So season opens here November 3rd. We're gonna be down deer hunting, so we might set a few traps for day 1, but it's that day that we have to come, or we're coming back on the 4th, so we'll see if we actually set any. But the week before Thanksgiving, we're supposed to go back down. Definitely be setting some bobcat sets that week and more coyote sets. And then after that, we'll get going in central eastern Iowa, kind of near where I live. But so far the water's just starting to boil. You can see all the FB 550s, or the MB 550s are in there. So just wanted to give you guys a little bit of detail. I run a lot of dirt hole sets, and then I kind of make up my own sets as I go. Alright guys, well here's the finished product. Just got done boiling them all up, painting them all up, and got all the tags on. So here's what they look like. These are the new ones from this year. So I started out with the desert tan, flat desert tan, and then I ran out of that color of paint, so then I had to go to a darker, it's kind of like an earth tone gray color, also flat. So I'm gonna see how the paint does this year. I've seen some other guys online that have been painting their traps. I got about a week and a half or 2 weeks before season, so that should be plenty of time to get the smell off. And I also have an ozone closet and an ozone bag I can put them in if I need to, just to get the smell off, or put some scent away, scent eliminating spray on there. But I think it's going to work well. Keep the rust down during the later months when it starts to snow and ice up. So we'll see. But either way, I think I have pretty much everything ready to go. Showed you guys my tool bucket. Now I got my traps ready, and I also made a catch pole tonight that I'll show you guys later, just in case I catch too many bobcats. I can release them. So, but I'm definitely going to bring you guys along this fall, the more we get into the trapping. So thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and hopefully next week we're going to bring you some deer hunting action. I've only been out 3 times so far this year, and it hasn't been very good, but I got a buddy coming in from Michigan, and then Big Mike will be back down with us all next week. So hopefully we're gonna put a few nice bucks on the ground and some more does, and then over Thanksgiving holiday we'll get into processing all the deer, making jerky and sausage and all that. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks again for tuning in.